see. Let's see if I can pull the mic a little closer. Hey guys. Okay, so I feel super bad because I was like, oh, I want to stream right away on the 1st of October and get this shit done, you know. And then stuff came up. And then today I was gonna actually stream tonight, and my stupid brain is just like, herder, like, what stream? So my dumb ass forgot, and I'm so sorry, guys. I want to finish this game. Also, look at us, we look so badass. Also, hi guys, welcome. Wait, is this my fancy one? Murder the fox. Sorry, guys.
Save this for like...
Oh, jeez. Okay, so we have the fancy armor. We're super shiny and shit. I mean, I'm gonna miss my stealth stuff, but this is pretty badass. Yeah, Monday, and I guess, like... It's been a lot. It's like, I know that, like, September, October... Technically, like, September through December is, like, the busiest time of year for me. But, like, I don't know, it's just like, could it just not be for, like, 5 minutes?
By the sun, I'll be beat by the time this is done.
I still want to try and do,
Oh, you're in for a treat.
I still want to try and do some sort of Halloween-y stuff. It just sucks because it's already October, and I still haven't decided what I actually wanted to do. So, if anybody has suggestions, please let me know. Because, yeah, like, I'm not sure yet. Like, I know I talked about some ideas. Oh, shoot, you know what? I should have started this stream off with, like, the Halloween logo stuff. I didn't even think about that.
Long night last night.
Shiny new armor. Oh, yes, Edwin. Edwina, call it. Oh my god, rude. Ay. Okay, wait, where am I trying to go? Where the hell are you telling me to go? I could have fast traveled inside of here, but oh well. Yeah, we're going up to the Sun King. Stuff's probably gonna go wrong, yay. I don't know how close we're gonna get to the end of the game, genuinely. Like, because I know when I go into this stuff, it's gonna be debatable when I'm gonna save, because, like, if I go into any dungeons, it'll be, like, a while before I can save. Oh, wow, she's, like, kind of actually doubled over from, like, running, kind of. Like, she has to breathe, I think. Huh. But if, like, a lot of this is, like, open world stuff and I just have to, like, run around between areas in the world, hopefully I could just pause and save when I feel like I need to. So we'll see. But yeah, anyways, give me ideas and suggestions in terms of, like, what you guys want to see for October. Buddy, your outfit's kind of freaking the hell out.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Oh, thank goodness I don't have to sit through that. Do you have anything else to say, though?
Have you spoken to Blameless Murad?
Not yet.
He wishes to speak to you.
Okay, no. He has nothing else to say to me. That's fair. I just like looking for extra dialogue, damn it. Okay, here we
Quietly
go.
does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival.
The Sun King owes his life to an outlander.
Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the rigid defenses and at the spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Osseron cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
I do technically have side quests to do, but, like, I'm not really prepared to do them. Let's go over to the campfire. 'Cause, like, I haven't gone through and done, like, the miscellaneous stuff with, like, the fire claws and whatnot. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a manual save. Oh, hey, Sobek stuff's good to go. Yeah, because I think the quick saves and those are separate. Where was it? This. Sobek Journal 7/16/65. Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central armature and the master override. You're welcome, Ted. Which was completed by 0430. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep here before heading back to ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan. But the truth is I miss her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial life's chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just kept wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about the alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, and no fail-safes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Naoto replied in less than a minute, with a poem, of course, The Building of the Ship by Longfellow, and it's long, alright. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. The stanza, or couplet, or whatever, leapt out at me. Humanity, with all its fears, with all its hopes of future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. Guess I should stop by Naoto's lab and check on Demeter's progress, too, if I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hands. I'll count myself lucky. Till next time. Did we hear about Odyssey or whatever?
By the forge, I believe I've earned a drink or two.
I feel like we did. Anyways. Okay, so Spire preparations and Ridge preparations. So I made the save. So we can do the optional preparations, because, you know, why not? Where is... Two of them are over there, one of them... Okay, so... Up. Up. Oh, hey! Look at that!
Petra!
Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Osram, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges, so I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
Okay, I probably should, like, remember how to actually do this. And yeah, like, I don't think the Odyssey was something we heard about directly. I want to say it was something...
It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow.
I want to say it was something we saw in a note.
Good. Try the next.
But it might have just...
That'll knock a machine on its ass, ancient or no. With these, I think we can hold off an army.
I tried to put it down. I feel like it might have just been like the initial talk about it. Oh my god, they saw me over there. The fucking horses.
You know that I appreciate your help, Petra. This battle, I don't know what's gonna happen.
We'll see each other again, I know it. Next time could be the time I'll convince you to stick with the free heap.
Petra, you know
I do. Always had a weakness for restless girls, though.
Aww.
Have you just polished that armor, Buzit?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
What?
Nothing.
Out with it, woman.
Forget I said anything. You look very dignified.
Thank you.
And shiny. Very shiny. Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
Fuck yeah. Also, I accidentally started holding down my fucking right click. She is very shippable. Okay, can I talk to him too?
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine.
Shiny.
You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier, but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again. Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but... what you did, Aloy, it was done well. Although, I can't shake this road, Vinasha. She delights in goading me. Like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it. Well then. Meridian shall stand and shadow shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
God, I love all the characters. They're so great. I also need to stop fucking right-clicking on accident. Hello.
Elita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If Atrol were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs, anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him, for both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment, every dawn and dusk. I should give you this, to help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Elita. Be safe.
Aww. What'd she give me? What's Kamen Rider, Ruth? Also, I'm so glad I went through and, like, actually talked to people. Like, look at all the people we're meeting. Also, can I touch the supply crate first? Steal that. Hello.
Aloy. I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nor at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Uthid?
But it's decent
As
work.
many as I have to.
I love it when you say things like that. It's so
What?
truthful.
Ah, damn it. We got another thing. Where is it? 10/31/65. Halloween. Travis came by trick-or-treating dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out. But not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for ZD staff. Seriously. As though there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspections with Harry's and the president's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Theb's gag. Though, I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harris stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing of the strategetic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, as though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks, and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, whatever, about to start its death crawl up the South American, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. And advanced elements of Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections say we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus or minus 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn. I really only know one series of Kamen, so my knowledge is limited to that. Japanese live-action franchise that I guess is a little like Power Rangers, at least in appearance. The superhero suits are supplied by creatures that are also just guys in color-coded Demon-esque costumes. It's very silly, and it owns said silliness, and sometimes something about trains. Like, demons like Oni if it's Japanese? That'd be cool. Wait, was there another one that just unlocked? I wasn't actually looking. I saw it, like, out of the corner of my eye. I might have to come back and, like, read through all these, because I'm not sure... I'm not sure which ones I haven't actually read. Also, God, I'm missing a lot of text data points in the world. Huh. Also, I didn't scan a lot of glyphs because I don't think I realized I could do that. Whoopsie. Is there anybody else around here I can talk to? Why is this like... Oh, I guess it goes from up there. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Hello.
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Karja Butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
I kind of wonder, because I don't really remember her, but it might have been a while back. I kind of wonder if, like, if we hadn't met some people, if they would even have showed up.
Geneva, they called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion. Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
That's a nice spear,
Isn't
Uther.
that him?
Thank you.
From the Battle of the
I
Dawn?
like the way you grip it.
Can't be. Cinnabar's saying this before.
Oh my god, I love her.
Well,
She's
I don't
awful,
like to
but she's
boast.
great.
Oh, son, keep the shadow from
Hey, he showed up.
Nil?
Aloy. They told me your name. I said hair like a splash of blood, tenacious as a scrapper's jaws. I've thought about what you said. Every time, the wound you gave me caught on my ribs.
But I didn't wound you.
Not by metal. Still, I forgive. A duel is such a fleeting joy. If one of us had ended the other, we'd have missed all this. The weight before blood is shed, like the scrape of a blade across your teeth.
Nil, you're making it difficult to be glad to see you. But you're needed. The battle will be hard.
Hard? I was assured the odds would be near impossible.
And you signed up anyway?
Of course you did.
Impossible odds, fine company, killing without consequence. How could I resist?
It's perfect for him, obviously. Goddamn. Okay, did we talk to everybody now? Because I just realized that there was more people than I thought there was. I think so. I think. Probably gonna be easier to go over here. Yeah, if you want to find a pic, you can. One of the creatures, the red one, does have a headpiece that looks a bit like a classic Oni mask, so yeah, I guess you could say that. The creatures are called Imagine, without the E, and pronounced as Imagine. Okay. Horse! I summoned thee. Okay, you're technically a ram, but still. You got 1 horsepower. It counts. Okay, so... I don't know. I can just cut across. Let's cut across. Cut across. Go. Go. Okay. Oh. Whoa, so much for cutting across. I'm an idiot. I'm going the wrong direction. This is the way we want to cut across to. God, I can't believe I'm like already max level. I got like the baddest ass fucking armor in the whole game. Oh, hello. Hi, guys.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army? Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
Hi, Artak. That's not what I meant to do.
Artak? I didn't expect you to come all this way.
It's true, I am a stranger in this green and snowless land. Aurea forgave the Karja, but I never did. Still, I was compelled to come for my once chieftain. It's good to see you leading again. This young ice hunter seeks to prove herself also. Her spark reminds me of Aurea's in our youth. And I'm proud to take my place behind you on this hunt. A great challenge.
Survive and prevail, right?
There is no other way.
Oh, I'm so glad to see that! Ah! Okay, who else we got? Who else showed up? Who's here for the party, guys? I don't think we knew the spire was here before, right? Because I don't remember it being a thing that was revealed until more recently. Hello.
Talana, why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I
Ah!
be? Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
Ah, I'm so happy to run into everybody. Up, up, up. Let's go. Does anybody... Nobody's down there, right? I don't think so. I don't see anybody. I know, I'm so happy. Okay, so that's the main group of people. Okay, we have a few groups of people at the top. God, we have so many people. We've met so many people. If anything happens to any of them, I will fucking slaughter every single machine and then myself.
Who are these guys? They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
sun, the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys dressed like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
And let's not get cocky, boys. Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
Well, that's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Eric. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
Oh my god! God, why is everybody so good? Yeah, fucking huge ass sideburn. Hey, there's nothing up here, right? I don't think so. Oh, I couldn't grab that? Guess not. I know! It makes me so happy! He's a fucking goofball, but in like the best fucking way. Is there anybody else? I don't think I can get up there. Yeah, so they have these for like getting around, interestingly.
What do they want with that spire thing, anyway?
I'm gonna probably talk to the Nora last. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not, like, missing anything up here. I don't think I am.
Oh, great sun, how does your gaze fall? In approval or approach?
Wait.
Turn our heads with your daily pilgrimage. From the east, where we came, to the west, where only you may go. You grant cold metal the warmth of life, and let the machines bask in your great shining. For you, the shadows shrink and part and gather again only at your allowance, without form. Your eyes, the day, your ears, the priests, your lips, the radiant Sun King, as there was before and will be again, your light.
Oh my god, I keep hitting F instead because I'm used to freaking Genshin, so my brain's like, oh, hit F to talk to people. Fucking summon my damn horse. I'm gonna do this instead so I stop summoning it.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
Aren't you glad you're not playing Breath of the Wild when you do accidental whistle? Oh my god, yeah! Oh. Hello. Okay, 1:15:66. Such a close thing. It's been, what, 43 hours since Harry's warned me, said collapse of the eastern line was imminent, swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver versus the Wichita assailant? 5 or 6 days more, and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We had to scramble. ZD became a madhouse, absolute bedlam, every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as Gammas got evacuated, then Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the Alphas together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up, but they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do, so they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime. And yeah, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I'd never proposed the Lightkeeper Protocol, there never would have been living spaces constructed here. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems would have never been installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle sites, so it's not even possible, for which I'm glad. Really, I really wouldn't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia, one generation only. Update, that was General Harris. The assailant has collapsed. USRC expects it to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Burned alive, for life's sake. Buried alive, for life's sake. I'll go tell the others. If I never proposed the Lightkeeper Protocol, there never would have been living spaces constructed. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems never would have been installed. So, I think what she means there, because that's the part that really stands out to me, because obviously we know that everything didn't work according to plan. It never does. You know, why would it? But what she's saying there, I think, is the whole, she was the one to originally propose the Lightkeeper Protocol, aka let's get clones of ourselves so that if all went to hell, there's a backup, which is what Aloy is. Aloy is the Lightkeeper Protocol. She is a clone of Elizabeth Sobek. And then she abandoned it, and she's saying that if she had abandoned it any sooner, she wouldn't have, none of them would have living quarters. But it still sucks, because it still doesn't fucking matter, because fucking Ted decided to kill everybody, like the dipshit he is. So they could have lived out their lives and made sure shit would be fine if Ted wasn't such a fucking dick. Goddamn. The ifs. All of the ifs.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These Carja in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
But there
Ted
are
had
so
to
many,
talk. Yeah.
and now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
Yeah, I am here. Oh my god. I'm just running around like a fucking idiot, like looking around at shit. I thought there was somebody else talking, but I don't know, maybe I'm just Hi guys! I am not the Anointed. Please don't call me that. Please don't bow to me. Hi.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
Aww. I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
She's the only one. Yeah, she's the only person I can talk to here. Well, I'm glad they got her back. It's crazy how much the Nora have, like, changed, where it's like they were just like, no, you're fucked up if you ever cross the borders, because we got fucked up when we came out of the fucking cradle. Metal Devil is a fucking sick-ass name. Okay, well, we found the spire. So... I can't really see it anyways. Oh well. Okay, well. I guess we're gonna go do a quick save. I'm nervous because, like, I think here on out is going to be, like... Oh god, there's another fucking journal. Wait, is this... No, this is the same journal. Okay, I don't know why it's telling me that.
Wait, I took a left, then a right. Ugh.
If I do this, I think I'm starting the end of the game, which, like... I'm not sure if I want to do that. Like, part of me's like... Okay, hold on, I'm gonna look at my calendar. So, okay, so we got... Besides yesterday, we have 1, 2, 3... We have 4 more Sundays left, which I don't really want to put this off until next Sunday. I really would like to do some fun, like, Halloween streams, even if it's only on Sundays. I mean, it kind of just depends on, like, what life throws at me. So it's like... I want to try and do the end game and wrap things up, but also I feel bad trying to do that now.
Boland's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
God, they're just, like, really hammering it in, like, this is the end. This is the end. Oh, God. I mean, I did say I was going to do a short stream. I do have unfinished business, but the problem is I don't know if I'm going to do it before... Oh, God. I feel bad doing the end battle now, because it's like... I feel like what I should do is I should try to do it Sunday, but also knowing me, I won't fucking do anything. Like... I want to do, like, the Fire Claws. I want to finish, like, the Banuk thing. I think I have enough resources to survive a big-ass battle. But, like, I don't think I'm gonna come back from anything, except, like, reloading and stuff. We got all the side quests done. Yeah, we just have, like, these... We have this kill the Fire Claws thing to do. Which I would like to do. The hunting grounds, everything's done except for the chieftain trial, which we still got the 3rd place one on. But we didn't finish all of them. Yeah. In the end. There's tutorials, but I don't really give a shit about the tutorials. The tutorials are actually more of a pain in the ass sometimes. I don't know, man. I don't know, I feel so torn because it's like... I really would like to do it on Sunday when I normally stream. It's gonna be a big-ass battle, and it's like, I don't really want to get stuck in that tonight. Like, this is the end, you know? So... God... I'm nervous! I'm actually kind of honestly nervous. Like... Holy shit! Like, guys, we're at the end! I don't think I can do the final battle tonight, because, like, what's gonna happen is it's gonna be, like, the big finale, you know? A big finale does not take, like, 10-20 minutes. I don't even know if it's gonna take, like, less than an hour. I feel like it's gonna be fucking huge. Like, it's gonna be huge. Yeah. No, that's what I'm thinking. I might... Let me see what I got, because I I might stream something else just for a little bit longer. I don't know. We are almost at an hour. So... Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Problem is, what would I want to stream if I don't stream this? Because I don't want to stream something I would need to download because that's gonna be annoying and I don't want to make you guys wait. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I have anything that's kind of like a nice quickie game, honestly. Stream Pray for the Gods, but I don't have it installed. I do have Strange Horticulture installed if you guys wanted to watch me do a little bit of that. That's really chill and I've been wanting to do that. It's really dumb, but I kind of wanted to stream that during September, but like I've been stuck on this. I think like I've been loving playing this game, but also like I am such a perfectionist. I need to go through and do like every single little thing. So it's like I feel bad because it's like it's been so much fun to stream, but it's also been like a hell of a game to stream because of the fact that I'm just like, oh, but I want to do XYZ. I want to do all the things. So I've been like, I started playing Baldur's Gate, and it's like, it's the same problem. It's like, but I don't want to miss this. I don't want to miss that. I'm probably missing things, but like, I'm trying my best not to. What else we got here? You can tell I'm getting tired because I can't help yawn. I also wanted to try playing Five Nights at Freddy's, but I don't know if I want to do that as like a tail end stream because I don't think I'd get very far if I was only streaming for like another hour maybe. I might not stream anything either because it is already 9 o'clock and I usually stop at 9. I'm just like scrolling through what I have available to play, honestly. Because part of the problem is also I need to like figure out if words. I completely spaced what I was just saying. I completely lost the tail end of my sentence. I'm so sorry. Stream Bug Snacks. I do want to stream BioShock at some point. I want something Halloween-y. Like, Strange Horticulture isn't Halloween-y, but it is... It's like, I consider it as like a kind of autumn-y game. I really love it. Let me see. Boo. Let's do a BRB screen really quick. I'm gonna see. Okay, so we're gonna quit out of Horizon because I don't think I am prepared to fit. It's sort of spooky. I don't think I'm prepared to deal with fire claws. Like, the problem with the fire claws is, like, I need to strategize, I need to figure out how to best defeat them, and I also need to have enough materials to defeat them. So, like, I really want to do the fire claw thing, but, God, it's just, it's gonna take me so much time, and I'm worried I won't have time this weekend, or before this weekend. But I do want to try and stream the end of Horizon, I think, this weekend, because if we are going into the final battle, I want to give that the full 3 hours. Like, it's not going to be fair for me to be like, oh, I missed a stream last time, and then I started streaming late the next day, and it's like, I have to work tomorrow. I do have to get up late, which is cool, but I do have to work tomorrow, so, Okay, let's see about maybe playing some Strange Horticulture. So I actually just recently played back through this again. Okay, Cloud. I didn't say I needed you to sync the game. Yeah, I do think I'm gonna need the full 3 hours. Like, even if it's an hour-long battle, like, I don't want to take a chance. It just, I have a feeling it's gonna be really, really long. Is it not picking up on the game? Oh, shit. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna be able to play this, because if it's not... Shoot. If it's not... reading it, let me see if I can just try and do a window capture. It has to be really funky with me, I swear. Strange Horticulture. No, it's like... if I click into it... yeah, it's not... Okay, hold on, guys. Why is it acting like that? I don't know why it's doing that. What if... okay, this is gonna be really janky, but what if I try to do it like this? I'm like trying to get it to actually capture. I think this will work. Okay, are you guys seeing it? It looks like it's showing up now. For some reason it wasn't showing up on, like, with the standard capture. I've never actually tried to record this game before, so... okay. Can I go back up to the main menu really quick? No, I don't wanna... okay, never mind. Fine. Also, why does this sound so loud? Hold on. I know, you can see my volume mixer. Yeah, I'm recording my actual screen, so if I pull anything else up, you guys are gonna see it. Whoopsie. But this does seem to be working. Okay. So, anyways, the streets of Undermere are narrow and claustrophobic. In many places, the buildings lean out at the upper floors so that neighbors can reach across and shake hands, or, more likely, exchange unpleasantries. Also, you guys didn't miss much. Like, it was just kind of the intro screen you're missing. This is the start of the game. Strange Horticulture is a small shop situated away from the main thoroughfares, but it has the advantage of being one of the few buildings in Undermere that stands alone. Plants, you may have noticed, need light, and light is in short supply at street level in this town. Recently, the shop passed me after the death of my uncle. There's much to learn, but one thing is already clear. The rare and unusual plants that he stocked have their uses after all. I do have a little bit of, like, memory from when I played through this, like, last month, I want to say. I found it, an excerpt on the elusive Wandering View. Come to the library in Ambleside, and I'll tell you all about it. I even found something on the Gilded Dendro that might be of interest. Simone. P.S. Give Hellbore a good scratch behind the ears for me. This is Hellbore. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. I love him so much. Also, oh my god, look, guys, we got pumpkins. These weren't here before. These are new for, like, October Halloween-y. Also, what are you? It's a bell. Okay, so. We're gonna pop this in. We're gonna pop this in. Wait, what did she say to go? Library in Ambleside. Okay. This is Victoria Gray. I must have walked past this shop 100 times without ever stopping to look. What a wonderful place to spend your day, surrounded by plants. I came here because of an unusual crest. At night, I hear whispered voices, too faint to hear clearly, coming from the floor above me, but nobody lives up there. The rooms are empty. My curiosity has gotten the better of me. I must find out what they are saying. Okay, so she wants something called St. John's Poppy. So, something really cool about this game, and I don't know how long I'm going to play this, maybe an hour at most, but basically, a large part of this game's actual gameplay is identifying plants, of course. It's all about the plants. But the thing with that is, like, you will sometimes be told what plant to look for, so I know that she's looking for St. John's Poppy, so I pull open the book and I go to this actual plant. Also, I've had this game open just purely for the, like, the music and the rain aesthetic, because it is so on, like, it is so good. It is so good. Anyways, so, in this case, this is a very easy request. She knows what she wants, we can look it up, we have an image to identify it, and it says St. John's Poppy, St. John's Poppy, Papavir Valemidi. I'm not going to read these most of the time. The vibrant petals of this flower can be brewed to create a draught that can greatly improve the imbiber's hearing ability. The flowers of St. John's Poppy are bright red with a yellow center. So, you know, you can kind of slide around, see what plants you have. I usually like trying to get them all, like, closer together, because I don't like having to slide my screen back and forth. This is probably the first one, you know, like, that's probably, like, the first one that you're going to look at and be like, oh, that's probably it. But this game can be very tricky. So, because of that, you can do a closer inspection. So, you can basically drag your plant down here and look at it. It says the flowers are red with a sweet scent. And we look at this, and we compare it to... Oops. We compare it to our book. I mean, that looks pretty close, you know? If we compare it to this one, these do have a red flower with small yellow centers, but these are only 4 petals, whereas the pretty obvious one is 5 petals. And there's an image of the 5 petals here. But the thing is, the cool thing about this game is that it can be very deceiving sometimes. So, this one's an easy one to figure out. And once you give this to her, we've now identified it. However, the game isn't going to, like, do more than just, like, give me a little check mark saying, yeah, you figured it out. What you gotta do is, if you don't want to mess up what plants you have, you kinda gotta label them yourself. So, I'm gonna call this St. John's Poppy. And I like to make it so that I can very easily find out what something is for, so I don't have to pull open the book on every single plant. So, I'll put hearing. And then, when you hover over it, you can see it up close. I love this game so much. Okay, so, there's that one. And then I usually like to, like, separate out my plants by, like, oh yes, this one is identified, so I'll put it over here. And then, like, you get so many plants that you can just, like, spread them out. Like, if I showed you guys my other 2 playthroughs, like, one of them I have them all crammed onto, like, 2 or 3 shelves. That's the last playthrough I did. Oh, there's more. Are those spiderwebs there before? I can't remember. And then my first time playthrough, I, like, filled all of the shelves up with, like, all sorts of different plants and stuff. Like, I had them all nice and neatly spread out. Anyways, I also like to pet the cat so that he doesn't get scared by the bell. And he purrs! Good morning. Bloody awful weather out there today. Excuse me. Good for the plants, though, eh? Got a letter for you. And then this gives me will to explore. And I believe... I thought there was, like... There we go. Gosforth is a hateful town. I was beaten and robbed and left to die in the streets. After many days, I was rescued by a kind stranger, just as I had come to fear that wickedness had infected the heart of every soul in that cursed place. I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town with a group of travelers. On the northeast corner of the wood, I sat and stared at a bright flower, and tears flowed down my face at the reminder that there is beauty in this world. I shall be returning to Undermere soon. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. So, we have a few friends. Amos is one of them. Simone is the other one. So, I'm going to do Simone's first, and basically what we want to do is we want to explore. and we can pull these out, and this will tell us, like, oh yeah, you gotta, like, find where they want you to go. So, in this case, we are in Undermere. So, she's from Ambleside, and it's not hard for her to get to us. So, she's actually just north of us. So, we can just click on Ambleside, and it will take us there. It will completely ruin all of our will to explore. We have used it up. But as long as we're clicking on the right spot, it's not a problem. So, I can close the map, and I now have a little dialogue thing in regards to what I did. So, Ambleside. The library here in Ambleside is one of my favorite haunts. Simone, the librarian, is always helpful and friendly and shares some of my passion for unusual plants. Today she's grinning ear to ear and can't wait to show me what she's found. So we have 2 new book entries from visiting. So we have the Gilded Dendra and the Wandering Boo. I don't know if I'm saying that right, and I don't really care. You can pop that in there. I usually like to put everything away when I don't need it. And if we wanted to, we could pull those up. So, Wandering Boo is a type of mushroom known for the gills on the underside, etc. So, we can't see the gills, so, like, we can't look at this and, like, look at what it says about what the gills actually look like, so we can't see the underside. But, this could be Wandering Boo, because it does say the gills on the underside form beautiful flowing lines. They are also quite hard and sharp, earning this plant the name Fingersbane. Not as spongy as most mushrooms, in fact, the undersides are somewhat sharp, red warts protrude from the caps. So that's a clue for us that this might be Wandering Boo. But we'll come back to that. God, I love this game so much. Gilbert Ames. Something's got those witches in the forest stirred up. They're not letting anyone through. I had to take the long way round, down through Black Barrow. I never did trust that sisterhood. Anyways, I'm here now, and I've brought Fennett from the south to trade for some lemon dandy. Hardly worth the trouble when you factor in the extra miles I've had to cover to get here. So he wants something that's called lemon dandy, which luckily we actually have lemon dandy in our book, and it's not some weird random ass name that's not in our book. Well, it is usually in our book, but not, you know, in the title. So lemon dandy. Its curled leaves are thought to be the origin of the name of this plant, supposedly referring to a peeled lemon rind. Among several medicinal uses, the flower of the lemon dandy is mostly associated with curing afflictions of the heart. Also, now that this is filled, it doesn't matter if this guy's here. I could just fucking close up shop, run out the door, and come back, and you'll still be happy with me. It's kind of funny. Anyways, so this one matches the appearance of our book. It matches the description of the curled vine, or curled leaves. So it's a pretty good chance that this is the right plant. If we got the wrong plant, we're gonna have our dread rise up, and eventually it's gonna kind of kill us, technically. So we'll try giving them this plant. And it was the right one. So yep, that was Lemon Dandy, and he gave us something in return. So we got this plant, which I think he said was Fennett? That was something I missed last time. I was like, fuck, I forgot what he said. So this one is definitely Lemon Dandy, though, which is heart related. So, my label system is, personally, I like to put yellow labels on things I have confirmed what they are, and blue labels on things I haven't officially confirmed, even if I'm like, I am like 99% certain that this is what this is. Okay, so, we do have a little in-between time, though, and our wonderful friend Amos, said Gosforth. So, I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to go directly to Gosforth. And I know this guy is like fucking far away. Also, Backbarrow is where that other dude came from. Which, I guess he went up through here and across? Instead of just this way? I don't know. Anyways, we're looking for Gosforth. Which, I am always blind every time I look at this map. Doesn't matter how many times I've played this fucking game. Where the hell is it? It's over here. It's all the way over here. Okay, so he was in Gosforth. So after many days, rescued, etc., etc., I began my recovery in the woods south of the in the woods south of the town. So we know he was in Gosforth. He went down here into these woods. However, on the northeast corner of the woods, so it's not directly south of Gosforth. That's where it gets tricky. You have to pay attention to every single little detail in this game, and I personally love that, but that can be really tricky like if you're not detail oriented or like you just kind of want to buzz through the game. I sat and stared at a bright flower, and tears flowed down my face at the reminder that there is still beauty in this world. So he was probably in this portion, which is the northeasternmost portion. So we're going to try clicking on that and see what happens. The wood has a calming effect on my mind. It does me good to escape into nature, away from the stench and clamor of Undermere. It is not long before I spy a bright flower among the trees. So we just got a new flower, and I know exactly what flower that is, but I'm not going to label it because technically I'm not supposed to know because I did just play the game and I know what that was. My face swift. My dreams are becoming more vivid. I saw a woman, her face hidden behind a mask, and next to her a terrifying black skeletal creature. It stood tall, its roving head scanning the landscape, and though it had no discernible face, I could sense a hint of expression about its features. It seemed to be laughing. But not the joyous laughter of a child, a sickly, horrifying laughter that chilled me like the first breath of winter. These past weeks have been getting worse. I need sleep. So, she wants forest camphor. So, we're gonna go here, forest camphor. The strong-smelling bulb of this plant has a powerful sporadic effect, making it a common ingredient in sleeping draughts. The camphor produces a beautiful, rounded, dark blue cluster made up of many smaller flowers. So we have this one, which is a smaller clustered flower, and I don't really see any others that look like it. Strong smelling. It's pungent but not unpleasant. The bulb has a soft yellow. The leaves are waxy. So it's probably this one. It does match the whole dark blue cluster, etc. One thing you do want to keep in mind, though, if you ever play this game, they will ask for things that, like, if you get a clue to go to, and you didn't go get the thing, you might not have the plant. Like, if you wait on exploring and getting things that you have clues for, you could have somebody come in that day, or the day after, wanting that plant. So, just watch out. Anyway, so yes, we did identify forest camphor. And we got Butterdale in return. The thing, we'll talk about it. So we'll name this forest camp. Nope, not comp. Camphor. And this one is sleeping related. So, yeah, I really enjoy this game. It's very good. Have you seen a game called My Child Lebensborn? The style of this game kind of reminds me of it. I don't think so. It doesn't ring any bells. Also, dangerous plant grows sparsely in the hills to the northeast. Back Barrow, keep it a secret. This is another one we can look up, and now that we have enough stuff, we can technically go there. So Back Barrow is down here. Hills to the northeast, so these are the only hills, and the main spot it's on is right here. So we can try and go here and try to pick it up. The weather changes fast out in the hills. What started as a gray morning has turned into bright sunshine. A good thing, too, because it takes me several hours to find what I came for. By the time I'm done, the cloud is sweeping back over a cloak of unwelcome shade. So that gave us this, and it says dangerous plant. So since we know this is dangerous, but we don't know what it is, I like to... Dangerous? I usually just label it in red, so I know it's something not to mess with, and then I move it off to the side away from other things. So, we have that clue. Gonna pet the kitty. Nora Butterfield. Got any wandering blue? That's always remind me of, oh, what's his name? That old hermit inventor, the Wanderer. Anyway, the boo, if you got it. So, you remember how I was saying this looks a lot like it's probably Wandering Boo, especially compared to, like, some of the other mushrooms? Well, we only really have one mushroom, but compared to our other mushroom, technically speaking. And the description on this says, so called because this fungus can move slowly in the dark, and has been known to cover distances of up to several meters in a single night. The gills on the underside of the mushroom form beautiful flowing lines. They are also quite hard and sharp, earning this plant the nickname Fingersbane. So... pretty sure this is the plant she wants. And it is. And she gave me a book entry. And now we're done for the day. So what we're going to do then is we did identify this, so we want to make sure. Wandering Boo. And then I I like to also put the alternate name, so in this case it's also called Fingersbane. So if somebody came to me asking for Fingersbane, I know I can look it up via that. There is one dude who's a pain in the ass and, like, asks you for the scientific name, like the Latin name. And I'm just like, fuck you, buddy. This one doesn't really have any specific uses. It moves around, but yeah, it doesn't have any uses, so I'm not really gonna give it a use. So we're basically done for the day. And we can check out people's bios. So Faye Swift. Faye grew up with her mother. Her father was rarely violent, but once is enough. When he struck her, it finally broke the hold he had over her mother, and she fled in the night. The sleeping Faye held close. Faye often has vivid dreams, but never considered that other people do not. She came to strange horticulture seeking relief from her nightmares. And then chat log with her. So, we're gonna end the day. 2 stream sessions worth. It's kind of like unpacking, but it's dark like Edith Finch. Ooh, okay, I might have to look that up. Okay, so now we get like kind of the sort of in-between stuff with these cards. It started when she found something she was not meant to find. A book tucked away in a forgotten corner of Ambleside Library. You take care of a child during World War II. Oh, damn. Okay, so we get these mysterious cards, and basically what we need to do with those is we need to pull open the map and figure out where the fuck this is. So row H and then the third river. So we're looking at H and then the third river, and I think this should be the right spot, because if you look at this, H, river 1, river 2, river 3. There are technically like these other rivers, but it should be going from over here. So third river, 1, 2, 3, so probably this one. And you know you got it right when it does this. A dead deer in the river, yellowed bone protruding from matted hide and rotten flesh. Death for one provides life for many. And we get a plant from it. Oh, actually, you know what? Nope, that's the one. That's probably... Actually, this one's probably the one I'm thinking of. I'm just gonna call it that, because it's kind of spoopy. But, yeah, that's the one I was looking for, not this one. This one's a lookalike. Bring me a sample of Apis demyssus, and be quick about it. That damn cat is setting off my allergies. Shouldn't have an animal in a shop like this. Yeah, see, it's question mark because I don't actually know what it's called. So now I have to go through my whole freaking book looking for Apis demyssus, because this fucker doesn't want to have to actually tell me. Oh, there it goes. He doesn't want to actually tell me what it is. He doesn't want to use the common name because he's... Isidore Burbage. Burbage is a rich man who inherited a fortune but never experienced the love of his parents. He expects people to do his bidding and is quick to anger. There are many in Undermere who would be glad to see the back of him, but with wealth comes power and few would challenge him to his face. We can fuck up his day later, by the way. Okay, so Gandhi root. Plant with medicinal properties that can aid with digestive troubles when prepared correctly. Care must be taken, however, as the rough leaves can be an irritant. Only the petals are safe for consumption. Of course, this man's an idiot. He's like, blue, flowers, light, airy scent. So, yeah, that's not it. It's not this either, because it only has... The one we're looking for only has one. Could be you, but no, it's probably this. Leaves are coarse to the touch, which would match with the talk about the rough leaves can be an irritant, so it's probably this. Get out of my shop. Okay, so Gandhi root. I'm trying to type around my mic. So we found a digestive one. Okay. Yeah, cat allergies. Lake Undermere is looking fine in the sunshine today. Here's your mail. Hey, what do we got? What do we got? There's an old slate mine at Hard Knot that has some interesting looking fungi growing in it. I've never seen anything like them before. They seem to have found a niche in damp, dark tunnels left by the tramways. I thought you might be interested. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. So we can go and try and see if we can find that. Hard Knot. So I think Hard Knot, yeah, it was a mountain. So I actually remember this one. Yeah, so we should just be able to go directly here. An iron gate rusted by years of abandonment sits across the entrance to the tram tunnel. Rusted it may be, but it won't budge. Locked. So we're looking for something that is called Calvalilium. Calvalilium. According to legend, Calvalilium can be used to open any lock, no matter how complex or secure. The heart-shaped leaves have earned this plant the name Lovelock. So we're looking for heart-shaped leaves. So this one could be it. That doesn't really look heart-shaped. I don't think we have very many other plants yet. So it's probably this one. Flowers are made up of many smaller blue flowers. They smell pleasant. So it's probably this, because I don't think we have any other heart-shaped plants. Yep. So there's our Lovelock. So we're going to rename that. And it's Callium or something like that / Lovelock. It's used for unlocking. So there we go. Another plant we've identified. And now the gate swings open slowly, complaining loudly on its rusty hinges. After a short exploration of the tunnel, I am rewarded, and we got 3 plants. Whole bunch of fungi. Okay. Reuben Ward. I'm heading to Grizzledale Forest, investigating a possible murder there. Can't say I'm looking forward to it. The Sisterhood are a secretive lot, and they're not keen to talk to me. Their leader, the Arda, or whatever they call her, she's dead. My instinct is they're hiding something, but I was hoping you might have some fox button that would help me win them over. Reuben works with the police on murder cases. He is a kind, good-humored man, but beneath the mask he is deeply sad. His only child, a daughter, had seen trouble for some time before running away from home several years ago. The victims whose stories he tries to uncover are all somebody's son, somebody's daughter. The search for answers drives him forward, piecing together the logic of life and death. Okay. So he's asking for fox button. Oops. So fox button. An offering of fox button is considered to some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. Thick, shiny leaves grow in opposite pairs along the stems. Well, for one, we know this one is, and then if we look at our other plants, we don't have a whole lot of options. We have this one. So if we look at this one, it smells of nothing that I can detect. So, no mention of smells, but this also doesn't mention the leaves other than the fact that they are, you know, opposite pairs. If we compare it to this one also has opposite pair leaves. Blue flowers, stiff leaves. Again, nothing really mentioned here other than the fact that the leaves are opposite of each other. So, both of these have the same situation. But in this case, this one does have closer looking leaves. They're a lot more rounded, so this is probably our fox button. And it was. Boom. So, we're gonna label that fox button. And we'll put that as friendship is plant magic. So we'll put that back up there. Oh, hey! Hi, Victoria again. Victoria Gray. I was able to make out the whispered voices last night with the help of the St. John's poppy. There's a medium using the room. Illegally, I might add, holding midnight seances for gullible grievers. I thought its mouth was moving in the pumpkin, but it's just the light. There's a plant. Is there a plant you know of that I could use to give them a scare and drive them away? I need my sleep. Okay. Harlequin blue. When the bushy blue flower heads die back, When the bushy blue flower heads die back, they release seeds with a drowsy papyrus which assists in wind dispersal. Dang it. Once dried and harnessed, the stems can be burned as incense. As they burn, they let out high-pitched shrieks, widely believed to be the spirits of dead souls trapped within the plant. That's fucking spooky. So, if we look at our plant, it can't be lemon dandy, even though it's kind of fluffy. We do have this fluffy one. Don't really have anything else fluffy looking. But also, you kind of keep in mind as well that this is, like, the pictures don't always show what you think they show. So in this case, this is actually a cross-section of it. So it says bushy blue flower heads. So we're looking for bushy blue flower heads, and the only thing I'm seeing is this one. So if we look at this, blue flowers, light airy scent, it says... There's nothing really about the scent, but it does say that it uses the air for seed dispersal, so, I mean, given the fact we have nothing else, it's probably this, and it is. So, boom. There we go. And we also got thing for Shimmerlong, so... Always ends up blocking my view. Harlequin Blue, and it's used as... for shrieking, I guess. There's not really anything else in terms of usage. It's kind of like the Wandering Blue. It's kind of a weird plant. Hello. Bethany Coleman. You may have heard the rumors that our Arda is dead. May Arduina bring her spirit peace. The nature of her death is unusual. The Sisterhood does not often look to outside help, but this is beyond our knowledge. If you show my sisters this letter, they will allow you entry to the forest. To be assured of your discretion, we may require that you use Mary's breath to bind yourself to secrecy. Bethany Coleman. Beth was born into a loving family but never felt settled. She sought out a higher purpose when she was still young and left home at 14 to join the Sisterhood of Arduina. The head of the Sisterhood, the Arda, took liking to her and helped her develop a renewed purpose, caring for the forest and putting her faith in the goddess Arduina. Now her mentor has been murdered and Beth is looking for answers. Okay, so she's looking for Mary's breath. Wide, waxy leaves allow this plant to collect large amounts of water it requires. It is said that a person can be bound to secrecy using Mary's breath. It used to be grown in the royal gardens so that the king could ensure the trust of his confidants, but the practice fell out of favor. So we're looking for big leaves. So one, this is a big leaf, this is a big leaf. I don't think we have anything else. So if we pull this one up, this one has like the one vein kind of going down. It's got like the one fold. It does kind of have that shape. If we look at this one, this has like very veiny looking leaves. Very pointed. Like compared to this one isn't nearly as pointy. And then veined leaves have a waxy finish. And it says, it definitely points out waxy. But this one's also waxy. So, given that it's like, you can see a lot more veins in the leaf, it's probably this one. So we'll try that. I think last time I tried the other one. We got a letter. So we know this is Mary's breath, so we're going to immediately take it, so I don't forget. Mary's breath. Secrets. I'll just put secrets. Secrets. I start sorting them better later once I have like a lot more plants. Okay. We have failed in our duty as protectors of the forest. Our secrets have been stolen and the Arda has been murdered. You will find us deep in Grizzledale Forest, a mile from the lake shore across from Torver. Please help us. Yours in hope, the Sisterhood of Arduina. Okay. So, I already finished that one. Put in the archive, please. Isidore Burbridge. I'm this close to reporting you, Halfwit. The last plant you gave me has made my skin itch furiously. I'll have your little shop shut down and torn to the ground if you don't make this right. So, we have a choice. We can give him Butterdale. Often found growing in clumps on valley sides. Butterdale has been used for centuries as a cure for all manner of skin rashes. This fucking idiot doesn't know how to use the plant he asked for, and now he gave himself a skin rash. So we can give him a cure with Butterdale. Or we can give him Meek Dew, which the beautiful flowers made up of many smaller florets make this a sought-after decorative plant, although it is difficult to care for. It may be pleasant looking, but touching the leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. So I've never given him the shitty option before. So I don't know if I should try giving him Meek Dew, because I'm kind of worried I'm going to get a game over, to be honest. But, like, the game gives you the option, you know? So I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we give him a little bit of payback and possibly risk our butts? Or should we give him the actual cure to his stupidity? Because man is like, oh, I'm going to give you the freaking... I'm going to give you the scientific name of this plant, and I don't even know how to use it properly. Do the Meek Dew. Okay, it's gotta be one of the smaller flower ones. It's probably this one. I mean, if I fuck it up, it doesn't really matter. I'm not trying to play this super seriously. Let's see what happens. I found Meek Dew. I'm probably gonna regret that. No worries. See ya, Sarah. Thanks for joining. I'm probably not going to stream too much longer. Good night. The book both fascinated and terrified her in equal measure, and after studying it for some time, she reached a decision. She would never use the power she had discovered. She would hide the book where it could never be found. North of Hawkshead, east of Lowick. So, we need to find Hawkshead and Lowick. There's Lowick. West of Rustlin, south of Crinkle Craigs. Well, Crinkle Craigs is up here. So it has to be lower than Crinkle Craigs and east of Lowick. So it has to be over here but below Crinkle Craigs. So we're looking in this area. So we're looking for north of Hawkshead, which means it needs to be somewhere near the bottom. Under Crinkle Craigs. Or actually it could be over here too. I don't see it over there though. Okay, so it has to be below... There we go. It's Hawkshead and then south or east of Lowick. So north of here. So it has to be in here and it has to be east of Lowick. West of Rustlin. Where's Rustlin? Rustlin's here. So it has to be in here. Right there. Yep. Found it. My eyes are drawn to the silhouette of a grizzled old man standing at the edge of a field. His mind is broken, seemingly beyond repair. Vacant eyes fixate on nothing. A whisper of expression as my gaze sweeps his face, but only a whisper. He raises his arm, points. I follow his outstretched finger, and am surprised to find a cluster of wildflowers growing there, hidden from view. So we got a few more plants. Pretty cool, pretty cool. We do have to go see the forest ladies. Wilbur Miller. I'm looking for a plant. Lady of what's it something or other. I'm no green-eyed drear, that's for sure. My mind isn't at all what it used to be. It's the one that's supposed to help with mental decline. So he's asking for Lady of Summer. The leaves curl round delicately, which combined with an attractive flower and hardy nature make this a sought-after ornamental plant. Aids with conditions of memory deterioration associated with old age. Okay, well, this is one of the options. We also have this, but I'm not. We're gonna pretend we don't, because I know full well what that is. This one doesn't have any stamens, so I don't think it's that one. This one has delicate little things. Leaves curl around delightfully. Well, this one has curly leaves, and this one does not. It has 2 stamen. So yeah, it's probably this one. And it is. Oh, we finally got the thing for Frenet. So we'll do that, put that off to the side, pet our kitty. David Schoffer again. They're saying the art has been killed. I know a lot of people don't trust that sisterhood, but it seems to me that the art has always looked out for the less fortunate. Oh, no. The cold is too much to bear beyond the gap. I was forced to turn back. I would advise against it, but if you are determined to explore Great Gable, be sure to take precautions. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll have a plant up your sleeve that can warm you should the weather turn against you. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. So he mentions Great Gable, which it's pretty cold, so it's probably up here. After several hours of arduous hiking and scrambling, I am still some distance from the summit. I am freezing cold and ready to head home. I should do the sensible thing and turn back down the mountain, unless if we have some brimlock. I feel like the people who came up with the concept for this game could be onto something. It'd be really cool if there was a version of this but with real plants and IRL locations they could be found in, plus their uses. It would be both fun and very educational, especially if it shows you how to tell usable plants from their toxic lookalikes. Yeah, I think that would be a great idea. I mean, I love the fantasy element, but I think that would be also really neat too. Okay. Brimlock. Those suffering from hypothermia can be rescued by a draught made using leaves from the brimlock plant. It has a warming effect that protects against extreme cold. When conditions are just right, in the cold of winter, brimlock produces small yellow flowers. The leaves are waxy and tough. So, cold winter is when it produces yellow flowers, but right now it doesn't have yellow flowers. So we're not looking for yellow flowers, we're looking for something that matches the leaves. Which this kind of matches, and it said its leaves are waxy, so it's probably this one. And it is. Sweet. So we found brimlock, we got a entry. Just gonna call it cold resistance. Pop this over on the shelf of identified plants. I push on, no longer feeling the cold, and am presently rewarded. So we got a new plant. Norman Lee. This plant is cursed. It has brought me nothing but sorrow. Please take it. I want nothing more to do with it. So we got a cursed plant. So I always labeled it like this because unless I played recently, I don't remember what it is, which I think I know what it is because I played so recently, but I'm still gonna just label it as that. Simone! Hellebore! Always a pleasure, my feline friend. I hope he hasn't been nibbling the plants again. I have a favor to ask. You owe me for the hours I spent digging out the information on those plants. I've been burning the midnight oil again and could use some common trowse, and I know where to find it. According to Grayson's herbology, it grows in abundance on red pike. I'll come by the day after tomorrow to collect it. I have business in Sedberg in the meantime. Here, take this. Oops. Common trowse. Okay, she said something about Sedberg, but she didn't leave me a note on it, unfortunately. Actually, you know what I can do? It should tell me in her bio. Simone loves books and reading. She is also irritatingly organized and has begun the overwhelming task of rearranging that library at Ambleside. Her new system works, but it will take years to catalog every book, scroll, pamphlet, and diary. In the meantime, every day yields new discoveries, buried fragments of ancient knowledge resurfacing to the light like arrowheads to archaeologists. Okay, so she's asking for common trouse. According to Grayson's herbology, it grows in abundance on red pike, so we're looking for red pike. Which is probably... yeah, there we go. I gotta be careful, I don't want to accidentally click on the wrong thing, because it will waste my energy. I enjoy a pleasant stroll up the fell. The going is easy, the weather agreeable, and the view majestic. I do not have to look hard to find what I'm after. Okay, so what she asked for was called common trouse. So we haven't technically identified it, but we know it's going to be common trouse because that's what she asked for. So we're just going to put it in purple blue color. Verona green. When you work with the occult, I find it pays to uphold a certain image. If you're going to be accused of performing witchcraft anyways, it doesn't hurt to put on a bit of a show now and then. Let the punters know that what I'm capable of, sort of thing. Long story short, I may have threatened to turn a small boy into a toad, and the little bugger called my bluff. Oh, don't look at me like that. You know what little boys are like. I can assure you he deserves to be turned into a toad. Anyways, I think a little display is needed to discourage this sort of behavior in the future. Have you got any Shimmerlong? So we have enough plants that we now have an extra page. Shimmerlong. The dried stem of Shimmerlong burns very brightly and noisily, letting off near blinding white purple light. Flowers grow wrapped in large ridged leaves. So, do we have that? Oh shit, I might have to make a run to the forest because I don't think we have that yet. I think we gotta do this one. So this is what I was talking about. It's like, you know, sometimes you kind of got to catch up with your notes. You can't let them sit too long because you might get something from them if you might get a request and you can't progress the game until you manage that request, you know? Okay. So... A mile from the lakeshore, across from Tover. So it's hard to say which one it is. It's one of these two. I'm gonna assume it's the closest part of Lakeshore, so probably you need to go here. Nope, wrong spot. Shit. Okay. So sometimes this happens where you pick the wrong area. I've done this millions of times. But basically, what you want to do is you just want to water plants until you get enough shit to go explore again. It's a little bit boring, but also kind of relaxing. It's kind of like a failsafe in case you kind of mess it up, like I just did. So I think this one? Yep, it is this one. That's what always like confuses me, because I'm like, you say a mile away, but like technically from like the furthest out point of the lake, it is a mile away on the next slot. But My sister tries me to stop me from entering, but I show her the letter and she lets me through. I am ushered into a walled courtyard and then through a large oak door, along a corridor and down a set of stone stairs into a cool basement. Lying on the table draped in silk is the Arda. There is not a mark on her, but her open eyes are black, her mouth, her veins, her hair, all black as a raven's wing. Do you know what could do this? Asked my escort. I set to work. So we need to find a wren plant. I just left this lady sitting here while I go run out because I think they have Shimmerlong. Because I don't think I have it. I don't think any of these are Shimmerlong. The long leaves of the wren are known to turn black in the presence of certain poisons, and so can be used to detect them. Though it has no flower, it is said to smell unpleasant to those who have known death, and sweet to those who have not. Well, leaf-wise, that one's kind of thick. We have mostly, that one's pretty thick too. I'm not trusting any of those. We know that's Trouse. So, except that scratches at the back of my throat. This one's leaves look the closest. Yeah, none of these ones really match. So it's probably this one. And also, said to smell unpleasant to those who have known death. We know death because we inherited this shop from our uncle, who died, so... Gray Sandfire. I gotta label that before I forget. Poison detector! Actually, I'm gonna need this in a second. I extract a sample of the artist's blood and introduce it to the wren, and my suspicions are confirmed immediately. The leaves of the wren turn black, which can only mean one thing: gilded dendra poisoning. Upon presenting my findings, I am rushed away quickly. The sisters do not want me hanging around, it seems. They do, however, send me on my way with a couple of plants, which I'm grateful for. Bada boom! There we go! And this should be the Shimmerlung that I did not have, because as you can see, I don't have any plants that match it. Has a pleasing scent. The leaves have stiff ribs. So, stiff ribbed leaves. Dried stem of Shimmerlung burns, blah blah blah. Flowers grow wrapped in large ridged leaves. So, there's the flowers. They look kind of like, cylinders or whatever. Tubes. Actually, is probably a better way to put it. It kind of reminds me of coral, to be honest. Flowers grow wrapped in large, ridged leaves. Well, the leaves are definitely ribbed on this one, so... Boom! We found Shimmerlung. We got a thing for candlewood. Here we go. Ruth Douglas. There's a beautiful plant that I've been looking for all over, but nobody seems to have any. M something. Monk brew? I'm not sure. I do know that you shouldn't touch the leaves, though. Might be Meek Dew. Mellowglow? I think it's Meek Dew. Yep, she wanted Meek Dew. I am gonna be in so much trouble with that one guy. He's gonna try and frickin' end me. Yeah, it's you. X marks the spot. Time passed. A year, and then another. The book remained hidden, but out of sight. Did not mean out of mind. The book was what her thoughts settled on when she rested, what she brooded over when she did her chores, what she pictured when she dreamed. Also, I think we're gonna go maybe another 10 minutes, and then I'm probably gonna cut it there because it's already 10 o'clock. Old grandma name. You have a lovely name. Okay, so first things first, we can explore immediately, and this one confused the crap out of me for a while. Turns out the point of it is to line it up with, like, the coast. So I believe... I always end up putting my finger on it because I have a hard time finding it. But yeah, that one got me for a little while before. The gentle sound of flowing water and sunlight through scattered clouds, a reset. We got 2 more plants. Oh, look at that puppy little guy. Hey, show puppy. Reuben Ward again. The Fox button was of no help, I'm afraid. The sisterhood still refused to speak openly with me. Not that I have time to pursue it properly. I am rushed off my feet this week. There's been a body found up at Swineside Stone Circle, and apparently it's a grisly one. Don't suppose you've got anything to help keep my lunch down. My stomach's never coped too well with the grizzly ones. Well... Oh, wait, no, never mind. I thought that was the thing that we had earlier. Chewing the tough root of this plant is said to ease gastric distress and reduce anxiety. It has long, soft leaves. Okay, well that's gonna be fun to figure out, because there's a whole bunch of them that we have with long, soft leaves. Well, it's definitely not the dangerous ones. It's probably maybe one of these guys? Oh, no, wait, no, that's right. He gave us Fennec, so it's gotta be this one. Leaves are quite soft. Yep. Boom. Easy peasy. Which fig? So yes, this is indeed Fennec, which is good for... these things. Gastric and anxiety. Mailman. Morning. Verona Green handed me this for you. She seemed to be in a good mood. I meant to tell you this yesterday, but it slipped my mind. I discovered a plant on a recent trip to Grizzledale Forest, just northeast of Rustland. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. I would have brought it back with me if the Sisterhood had given me a moment alone, but they seem overly protective lately. Kind regards, Verona Green. So, Grizzledale Forest, just northeast of Rustland. So here's Rustland, so it has to be northeast, so probably right about here. From the moment I step off the road, I can't shake the feeling of being watched. Suddenly, I have my way blocked by 3 women wearing green cloaks and holding short elm bows. Nobody may wander freely throughout the forest. By order of the Arda, says the leader of the trio. I turn to walk back, but then again, I have a few tricks up my sleeve. So, we need to find Mellow Glow. Among other uses for this plant, the most remarkable is that it can allow a person to pass unnoticed. Though not invisible, it is possible to become hidden from sight and memory. The Mellow Glow has sharp thorns that protect you from predators. Well, we have this plant with sharp thorns, and we have this plant. I don't think we have any others. Single pink flower that smells pleasant. Has sharp thorns. It doesn't say what kind of thorns. Turquoise flowers with sharp thorns. This one doesn't say the thorns are sharp. So this one's thorns do look like it matches the image better, so I'm gonna take a guess it's this one. It is. Sweet. We got that one identified. I'm just gonna put invisible because I'll remember that easier. Not a lot of the plants are reused, but it is still good to note them. When I'm like taking a little extra time, I'll often go through and like write down what I think a plant is. But sometimes, obviously, I can get it wrong. So it's like you always want to be careful until you have properly identified it, which is why I'm really picky and I make sure that I identify my plants based on whether they have been officially identified as such, or if they aren't technically identified, but I think it's this, or somebody told me it was this. With the help of the Mellow Glow, I walk right past the sisters without them paying me any heed. Chuckling to myself, I collect the plant that Verona talked about and take my leave. Face Swift. I'm afraid. The camphor you gave me is helping me sleep, and I'm very grateful for it, but the visions are as strong as ever. The woman in the jade mask appears in my dreams every night. She screams at me, but I do not know why, and behind her that presence is always there, dark and dreadful. I don't know what to do. The dreams I feel like a warning that I don't understand, a mosaic of color that refuses to come into focus. Some part of me wants to stare down to that abyss, but I'm afraid. So we can give her a Guria. When burned, incense made from the woody stem can enhance psychic abilities, strengthening the clarity of visions and prophecies. Light blue flowers, like rounded tufts of gentle lamb's wool, characterize this plant. Last time I did give her, I think, that one. I can't remember what I gave her the first time, but I kind of want to try giving her the candleswood instead. Candlewood. Produces a red flower that provides a shielding effect, protecting against all manner of afflictions of the mind. Long, thin stem grows among tall leaves. Is it you? I think so. Yeah, and then the problem with this is, like, sometimes this is, like, a cut of it, so it's, like, you're looking at the stem's cross-section. It doesn't give you any actual useful information. I think this is candlewood, because I don't think anything else... Red flower, yeah. Pretty sure this is the only thing that matches, so I'm gonna give her candlewood, because I just want to see what happens. I can't remember if I did it the first time or not. This game does have a storyline, of course. And your actions do impact people. Heavily. Get there. Margaret Elsbeth. We don't come to Undermere often, but I heard about your shop, and I said to Francis, we simply must pay a visit. It's a wonderful breath of life in an otherwise dreary town. I'm the green-fingered one, and it's not really his cup of tea, but I persuaded him the trip would do him good, and besides, he'll be wanting to take a boat out on the lake. Shame about this awful weather, though. You must come to Searsgard. We have a small library with some books on plants that my grandfather acquired many years ago. I'm sure they will be of interest to a horticulturist such as yourself. You are cordially invited to Sigurd's Castle, Lord and Lady Elsbeth. Well, ma'am, I have the will to leave my house, so, I think I could just run over there. Where the hell is it? Sigurd's Castle. Where the hell are you? There's like so many castles. I keep thinking it's this one up here for some reason, and that's not that one. I think that one's abandoned. There's a castle down here. There it is. Found it. I'm either an old grandma or a ditzy hippie. There's no in between. You're Sophie from Howl's Moving Castle, but you sell plants instead of hats. It's the same aesthetic. Yeah. Yeah. I'm greeted enthusiastically by Lady Elsbeth herself. She is very talkative and has many questions on horticulture that I do my best to answer, as she takes me on a tour of the gardens. Oh, you must take a sample of this pack with you, she exclaims, pointing out a plant that I do not recognize, but before I can stop to take a look, she has already whisked me on to the next. And this one too, she says. I am quite exhausted by the time we make it to the library, and I don't have the time to make as thorough a study as I would like. Nevertheless, I am able to find an interesting entry that I note down. Don't forget these, Lady Elsbeth cries as I make to leave. She thrusts the plants from the gardens into my hands, and I thank her warmly. Feverkiss. She gave me a couple plants. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is, we're pretty much at the end, so we might finish this day off, and then I'm going to call it done there. I'm looking for a plant with yellow flowers and coarse leaves that helps with heartburn. Okay, so not super helpful. Yellow flowers and coarse leaves. Well, is this... It's small yellow berries, not flowers. Digestive? It's probably candy root. Yep. So that's why it's super handy to write down what your things do, because I just had to look for the yellow leaves. I didn't have to waste time going through my book trying to figure out what kind of flowers, because the book isn't in color. Selena Scott. They're saying Blackcomb is haunted now. Bradley Miller told me he saw the ghost of a huge deer, antlers and all. But then Bradley Miller also says he can talk to squirrels. Either way, there's something evil in them hills, and I'm not taking any chances. Awful what happened to that poor young man up at Swinside. I always call it Swineside, I don't know why. I've come for some stinking mount cap. Well, hopefully I have you covered, lady. Okay. So this is a good example of, like, different colloquial names compared to what I have in my book and stuff. So, she says Mount Cap. This is called Sunset Mount Cap. Well, I can make a guess, given that they're both called Mount Cap, this is probably what she means. Also, of course, it does say Sunset Mount Cap here. Ghost of a huge deer, antlers and all. Oh no, it's Swift! Yeah. The Sunset Mount Cap is a type of fungus with domed caps, sometimes called stinking Mount Cap, as a result of its unpleasant odor. It is thought to deter unwanted souls and spirits from entering the home and is often placed in doorways. It is mildly toxic to humans and should not be eaten. So, if we look at this one with the flies buzzing around it and, you know, the kind of very dome-shaped mushroom, it smells strongly of soured milk, bad enough to make my eyes water. Well, sounds disgusting. It's probably exactly what we're looking for, so... Shouldn't be labeling this before I give it to her, but oh well. Mount Cap / stinking Mount Cap. But it is toxic. So I'm gonna mark this as red, and then I'm gonna give it to her. Thank you, ma'am. Hens shook. So, that's about it. I'm gonna go on to the next day and then probably pause there. I am curious what the one dude's gonna do to me, because I gave him the shit that's gonna make him feel worse. At 15, her mother, strong, dependable, loving, was struck down by typhoid. The girl drew inward as her father turned to drink. Tuesday. Also, the days do matter as well. Oh god, look at that. Look at the outside. Oh my god, it's so cool. Okay, so, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Just a kind of a little quickie, just so we had a little bit more stuff to stream, because I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do about Horizon, because, like, I do not want to wait on the final stuff, but also at the same time, like, I want to finish the game, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. I don't know if I'm gonna do any other streams this week. So I'll kind of figure it out. We'll see. But I hope you guys still enjoyed the brief amount of Horizon and just a little sneak peek at this game. I love this game. It's great. I highly recommend it. Like, go give them some love. I got it on Steam. So, yeah, it's such a good game. The music's great. Like, I think it only really has, like, the one soundtrack. But I love the soundtrack so much. It's such a cute game. Like, cute and, like, creepy and... Like, the cat's cute. The cat's cute. It's not cute in general. It's not like Slime Rancher cute, but it's a good game. It's such a fucking good game, and I cannot praise it enough. It's very relaxing, but it has, like, this really... Like, it is a good brain puzzler in a way you wouldn't expect, honestly. So, I highly, highly recommend giving it a try. Where is my... Oh, that's right. I can't show that because it's underneath the screen capture. There we go. Because this thing is kind of funky, how I had to set this up. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so anyways, yes, thank you guys for joining me. I will see you later this week, probably Sunday, which isn't technically this week, but who cares? Semantics. And we'll see what happens with Horizon. I think even if I don't get around to doing anything in Horizon, if I don't go after the bears and stuff, I will probably still do the final fight, just to do the final fight. Like, I want to call Horizon done. I've enjoyed it, but it's like, it is long overdue for me finishing it. I should not have taken this long, but it was hell of a ride. And I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of Strange Horticulture. Definitely go check it out. It's amazing. It's so good. I love giving it some time and then coming back to it and trying to, like, re-remember all the different plants and how to do things. It's fantastic. Like, I love coming back to this game, even now when I've already, like, played it last month, so. Anyways, you guys have a good night. Have a good week. Hopefully I will see y'all on Sunday again, so. Bye!